It was a rainy Friday night, the city streets glistening under the dim glow of streetlights. Maria, the company's young and wealthy boss, had one too many drinks at a downtown party. Stumbling out of a taxi, she didn't notice the shadows lurking nearby. From across the street, three thugs were slowly approaching, their eyes fixed on her. Just as they closed in, Jamal, the company's janitor, who had stayed late to finish cleaning, saw the danger. Without hesitation, he stepped between Maria and the thugs. "Stay behind me," Jamal shouted, his voice firm despite his exhaustion. The thugs laughed, thinking he was just a small-time janitor, but Jamal's stance was unyielding. With quick reflexes, he grabbed a nearby trash can lid and held it like a shield. A tense moment passed. The rain fell harder, soaking them both, but Jamal didn't budge. Maria, still half drunk and trembling, realized how close she had come to being harmed. You saved me," she stammered, clutching his arm. Jamal only nodded, his eyes scanning for any sudden moves from the thugs. Within moments, the thugs, frustrated and wary of the unexpected courage, backed off and disappeared into the night. Maria leaned on Jamal as they walked back toward her car. I won't forget this," she whispered, her eyes filled with gratitude. Jamal just smiled, brushing off the rain from his uniform. The next morning, Maria woke up with a pounding headache and blurry memories of the night before. The events felt almost surreal, but one thing was clear. Jamal, her janitor, had saved her life. She called the office early, wanting to speak to him directly. Jamal was already at work, mopping the lobby floor, his usual calm demeanor intact. "Jamal," Maria began, trying to sound composed, I want to thank you properly. I didn't just want to brush this off like nothing happened." Jamal looked up, slightly embarrassed, wiping his hands on his uniform. "It's nothing, ma'am, just did what anyone should have done." But Maria shook her head firmly. "No, Jamal, you risked yourself for me. That's not nothing. I don't forget that easily." Her voice had a weight to it, a seriousness that made him pause. Word of the incident had already spread quietly among the staff. Some whispered about the courage of the janitor, others speculated about the thugs who had disappeared so quickly. Maria, however, made a decision. Jamal deserved recognition, and she would ensure it. By lunchtime, she had arranged a small meeting in her office. Jamal, unsure of what to expect, walked in. The office was brighter than usual, sunlight streaming through the windows, illuminating Maria's determined face. "I've been thinking," she said. "People like you, who act without hesitation when it matters most, shouldn't go unnoticed. You'll be rewarded for your bravery, and I want everyone to know what you did." Jamal's eyes widened slightly, unused to such direct praise. "Ma'am, I just did what was right," he murmured, but Maria's smile was unwavering. By the end of the week, Jamal's heroism had become the talk of the office. Maria had not only thanked him personally, but also shared the story with the management team. People who had barely noticed him before were now seeing him in a new light. "Jamal, you're amazing," one coworker said as he passed by, giving him a friendly pat on the shoulder. "I can't believe you stood up to those thugs." Jamal smiled humbly. "I just did what anyone should have done. It wasn't about recognition." Maria, meanwhile, was busy planning a small ceremony to officially honor him. She insisted that everyone attend. "It's not just about thanking him," she told her assistant. "It's about showing that courage and integrity matter." But not everyone in the office reacted positively. Some whispered behind his back, hinting that Jamal's sudden attention might create tension. "Why is a janitor getting all this praise?" one remarked quietly. Jamal overheard some of the whispers, but chose to ignore them. His focus remained on his work, and the quiet pride he felt knowing he had acted rightly. Finally, the day of the ceremony arrived. Maria stood at the podium, her expression serious but warm. "Today, we recognize someone who risked his safety to protect another human being. Jamal, you showed bravery, integrity, and selflessness. We are grateful, and we will never forget what you did." As the room erupted in applause, Jamal felt a mixture of humility and pride. For the first time in his career, he felt truly seen, not just as a janitor, but as a person whose actions mattered. After the ceremony, Jamal's life at the office subtly began to change. Colleagues who had once ignored him now greeted him warmly. and even the office managers started consulting him on small issues, recognizing his level-headedness and courage. Maria, too, made a point of checking in with him regularly. "You know, Jamal," she said one afternoon as they walked through the office, "you didn't just save me that night. You reminded everyone here what it means to stand up for what's right." Jamal smiled, a modest shrug accompanying his words. "I didn't do it for recognition. I just knew it had to be done." But the respect he earned went beyond the office. The story of the janitor who saved his boss spread locally, and neighbors and community members started calling him a hero. Some even came to the office just to shake his hand. Maria made sure Jamal received more than just verbal praise. She arranged a promotion and a small bonus, insisting he deserved tangible acknowledgement for his bravery. "People need to see that doing the right thing has value," she said firmly. Despite all the attention, Jamal remained humble. He continued his work diligently, never letting the recognition change who he was. And Maria never pretended to forget the night he had risked everything to protect her, a debt of gratitude that could never be erased. That night, as Jamal left the office, he looked up at the city lights and smiled. He had faced danger, stood tall, and earned respect, not just from others, but from himself.